Hello there, my name is Dick Wyn and welcome to my channel where I talk about tech, food and lifestyle. Today I'm going to try to answer the question, is a computer science degree worth it in 2020 or 2021? More specifically in this video, I'm going to go through my thoughts on whether or not I think my computer science degree was worth it. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in computer science from Arizona State University in 2018, so I believe that the experience that I'm going to share in this video will still be pretty relevant. But before we get on with that, this video is part of my video series for this year's Computer Science Education Week, which aims to raise awareness for computer science education and showcase how computer science can be a catalyst for social change. All throughout this week, I'll be uploading videos about computer science and programming, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button and bell icon if you're interested in hearing more about those topics. If you came to this video for an easy yes or no answer, my answer is yes. I do believe that a computer science degree is still worth it in 2020, and here's why. For starters, I see the worth of my computer science degree not just for the coursework that I took, but I also see it as an investment in myself and my career. As I briefly mentioned in the video from earlier this week where I talked about how I got into programming, one of the contributing factors for me to do a computer science degree was that I had the intuition that I would really enjoy it. And looking back at it, I'm grateful that I chose this path, which opened up countless doors and opportunities for me, like coming to the US and doing an internship in Brazil. Adding to that, a computer science degree is still a college degree, meaning that it comes with the usual baggage of additional coursework that is not related to computer science but is required in order for me to graduate. Like, I'm not trying to say that the elective courses that I took were useless. In fact, I actually enjoyed the combination of taking humanities coursework alongside my computer science ones, as it helped me open my mind to the possibilities of how programming and theoretical computer science stuff can be applied to non-technical fields like psychology or social justice. That combination of coursework each semester has shaped my goal for what I want to achieve in my career as a software engineer, which is to apply computer science principles to solve problems outside of the technology world. And some examples of problems that I'm interested in is like the rise in greenhouse gases in cities or the lack of diversity in the STEM workforce. I have to admit, at this point of my career, I'm nowhere near that goal, but the humanities coursework that I took as part of my degree have provided me with some purpose to solve problems for the greater good. For example, one of the topics that I was heavily engrossed in during my sophomore year was the topic of social media addiction. I got the idea for it through my intercultural communication class, and I actually went into this whole rabbit hole of learning how social media platforms design their content algorithm and how they purposefully build elements into their user interfaces for the sole purpose of keeping a user's attention. That whole research period actually made me realize that things like ethics need to be considered when developing a software solution. But enough about that. Next point I want to make is for all the computer science coursework that is required to get a computer science degree. One thing I realized when I entered my sophomore year was that a computer science degree is not all about coding and programming languages. It's about computational problem solving than it is to learn how to read and write code. So things like decomposition, pattern recognition, abstractions, and algorithms come into play. And that's one of the reasons why quite a number of required computer science courses are math. Like in total, I took 7 different math courses and only one of them, which was discrete math, was actually being used in my computer science courses. Other math courses that I took, like calculus 3 or probability and statistics, never really applied to any algorithm or computer theory that I was learning. What those unrelated math courses provided me was the logical thinking and reasoning that I needed to have to understand computer science theories. Beyond that, one thing that has been in my mind ever since I started working in the industry is whether or not the 4.5 years of computer science coursework that I did was actually needed to perform the job that I'm doing. During my first few months of work, I genuinely felt that the code that I was writing was in no way related to the coursework that I did as part of my computer science degree. All I was doing was just learning about a lot of new technologies and new things that wasn't taught in college. However, around the end of the first year, I started to realize that some of the concepts that I learned in my computer science courses were starting to appear in the solutions that I was forming. I noticed that concepts like logic gates and finite state machines could be used to visualize the problems that I was trying to solve. It was truly an amazing revelation and sigh of relief that the hours of studying and painstaking efforts that I took to complete the assignments for my computer science coursework were finally being put to good use. I think the big takeaway from this is that a computer science degree will provide you with a theoretical framework and also the mental reasoning required to formulate technical solutions. But it is really up to you to try and create that link between that theoretical knowledge and a real technical problem. As I said earlier, it took me a while to realize this, and that realization felt to me like a light bulb moment. I said to myself, oh, that's why that concept was taught in that course. Now I understand. Additionally, another advantage I see in a computer science degree is the out-of-class experience, which is where you can build up your soft skills like teamwork and communication. So in industry, technical skills are important to get yourself in the door, but once you've got to that point, soft skills like conflict resolution, responsibility, and leadership tend to rise up in importance. This is because in the workplace, there is a lot of emphasis towards collaborating with others, and those soft skills will come in handy. And one thing I want to note here before I move on is that your mileage might vary on this, as it wholly depends on what kind of out-of-class experiences you choose to take part in. As for my experience, I did spend quite a lot of time and effort in strengthening my soft skills, not because I thought it was needed for my career, but more so because it was one of the missions that I set out to complete when I came to the United States. For my entire life, I have been and still am an introvert. If you know me personally, you would know that I have problems communicating and working with others. Adding to that, I'm particularly shy when it comes to sharing my thoughts and ideas. So during my time at Arizona State University, I tried my hardest to break out of that mold and to do things that was outside of my comfort zone. So I did things like leading a group of 40 student leaders to engage with 10,000 plus international students on campus, picked up an on-campus job that required me to facilitate workshops in front of up to 100 students on diversity and inclusion topics, and to muster up the courage to fly to a foreign country whose language that I do not know to do an internship. And all of that really paid off, as the soft skills that I've picked up through those activities have not only helped me to become a better person, but it also helped me to become a better employee for my employer. So that is all that I have to say about why choosing to do a computer science degree is worth it. I'm not trying to say that a computer science degree is the best path for everyone to take. It is one of the harder degrees out there, as there is a lot of math and theoretical concepts involved. But if you do manage to get through it, it will be pretty rewarding, and you will essentially have the knowledge to specialize in one of the many computer science disciplines that are currently available. At the end of the day, a computer science degree is just one of the many paths that you can take to become a software engineer or to get a job in tech. And choosing one path over the other depends on your interests, dedication, and how much work that you're willing to put into the learning. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about a computer science degree? Do you think it's still worth the effort, given that there are now so many free resources available online that teach programming and computer science concepts? Also, stay tuned for tomorrow's video where I talk about my current computer science specialization, which is front-end development. Before I go, if you want to show your support for the channel, give this video a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button and bell icon so you can be notified on future video releases like this. The full playlist for all my Computer Science Education Week 2020 videos will be included in the description box below, so check that out if you're interested. And until next time, everyone stay safe, stay at home, happy holidays, and I will catch you in the next video.